Hello, everyone. Today we are discussing how to create a safe space in the terms of relationships, balancing the masculine and the feminine energies. So what's your take on this, Mark?
Well, I think that this is a very often overlooked aspect when it comes to relationships. If a relationship is in a difficult place where there's a lot of complexity or reactivity or conflict, we can't solve those problems from the same place in the nervous system as those problems were created. So we have to intentionally and purposefully set up a safe space where we can look at ourselves, look at the conflict, look at the nature of how our traumas in our past have affected the outcome of this relationship. And so it's very important that we intentionally make room for that to happen. We can't just dive into it, but we have to lay it out on the table and say, okay, here's all this stuff. Now, how are we going to approach it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the safe space that indicates that there will be a transformation, that there will be a healing, that there will be community, that there will be a change, and that is the if we want to change something, we have to create a space where we can allow the change to happen. And if we work with, it could be with ourselves. And so we are launching the Rise of the Sacred Union relationship course, and part of that will be to dive into how to create that space where change actually can happen. Because if we don't create that space within ourselves or for the other person, I mean, you can join as a just for yourself or with a person that you feel either you want to learn with or grow with or evolve with or transform with on any level. Doesn't have to be a marriage, it can be colleague or friend or whatever. But even if you're alone, it needs to be a space inside of yourself. Okay, here in this space, I will not blame myself, I will not shame myself, I will not bully myself. I will, it needs to be a space. And especially if you're two people, because if the space for change is not sacred, and that's why we call it sacred, then no healing can occur, because we need to create a space where we feel a little bit more safe, so the nervous system actually can start to regulate, because all of these imbalances stem from the past, or the nervous system, or an imbalance in the feminine and the masculine. And if it's not allowed to change, then nothing is going to happen.
Yeah. And we don't mean literally a space. Like, you don't have to go and, make an altar and put candles and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that might be beneficial in some parts of this, but really what we mean by space is like a nervous system space, time in your day, time in your, whatever you're doing, to actually sit down and work through this and talk about it and allow feelings and emotions to come up. So it's an energetic space holding, not necessarily a physical space, although physical spaces do have an effect on our bodies and our nervous system. So if that's a part of your practice, you can set aside a physical space, an emotional space, a nervous system space, and a time at which this is all work that you can do for yourself.
Yeah, and it's on all of these levels. I love what you said, like creating the space in the calendars, creating a space in time, and also together with the other person. This is a safe space where we need to be able to express ourselves without the other one jumping straight into reactivity or conflict, saying, but last time you said this, da 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 da. It's like we have to allow ourselves to change and the other person to change. So in the Sacred Union, the relationship course that we are launching in February 14, we will go through all of these topics to start to come back to the self, and to start to heal whatever needs to be healed, and learn whatever needs to be learned, and address whatever needs to be addressed, to work through the self, to have more stable and loving relationships, no matter what the relationship is. So can you share a little bit more about what we're doing in the course?
The course is really for anyone, not just people who are in a relationship, but it's about deepening your own personal understanding of how you show up in relationships. So that means like what has happened to you in the past and how does that affect your ability to communicate effectively? How does it affect your conflict style? And we'll also dive into the balance or unbalance of your masculine or feminine energies, putting that all together in a course where we'll go into topics slowly, not to overwhelm your nervous system, but at the end of that, walking away with actual tools, practices, somatic exercises and activities that can help you build the strong trust, which is the foundation for your relationship in yourself, and so that you can share that with other people.
Yeah, so every week we will have live calls, like live seminars, where we will dive deeper into all of the different topics. We will also have live coaching calls where you can get feedback on your situation, either on your own or together with the other person, that we bring up what the issue is. And me, Simba, and Mark will give you like live coaching on your specific topic. And we will also have homework between the calls, and there will also be somatic work. So it's a full circle relationship course that we will do live one time. It will be you will be able to purchase the course as a self-paced course, but if you want to have like direct connection with us and get that energetical transmission from the three of us, I highly recommend you to join live, and it will be a very, very powerful and transformational time together. I think this one will be a really interesting and fun course. So what is say?
What the world needs. Everyone
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to learn how to relate to other people, which is the root word of relationships. Relate to others. How do you relate to yourself? How do you relate to others?
Yeah, because exactly what you say, it's like the relationship with other people that creates the vibration of the planet. If we're going to take it that far, it's the relationship between the different people that creates the work environment. It's the relationship between the different people that creates the vibration of the family. And it creates what we bring on to the kids, what we transmission over to our friends. It's I mean, one of the most important things that we can do in this world, especially when we want to create something new and create a new world of living. And especially since we focus on working with conscious leaders that want to lead in the world and want to change the world and want to create something new and live from a different place, from a balanced nervous system, from harmony, from the heart, and how to navigate the world. So this is our gift. This is our gift for next year.
Yeah.
And if you feel like I want to join, in November we have the early bird. So if you want to join, you sign up now before the prices goes up. And if you want to read more about it, and all the details are on livingwiththespirit.com under online services. We're looking forward to see you there. And if you have any questions, you can just DM us. We're happy to answer. And have a good day.
See you later.
See you.